All right, let's get started, guys. So this video is going to be my updated skincare routine. So I didn't realize that I've been doing YouTube now for about 6 months and that I should probably update you guys on what I use on my skin now. I know that I've been doing like little haul videos and things that I've been buying at Sephora and like other places, but I know I haven't put together like what I'm currently using on my skin, especially now that we're getting into spring and summer weather. If you're interested in seeing what I'm using on my skin currently, just keep watching. So my skincare has kind of stayed the same, but some products have changed, and then also the basic routine of what I do has definitely changed. In the morning, it's still pretty much the same. I splash off with just lukewarm water, and then I go in with my Thayer's Rose Water Witch Hazel. So I wanted to show you guys that they have new packaging. It did not used to look like this. I still put this into a spray bottle and then I spray my face. I don't really like using it just straight out of the bottle because you have to put it on a cotton pad, and that's not something that I prefer to do. After that, I go in with my Boscia Self Defense Vital Antioxidant Moisture Broad Spectrum SPF 30. I had just purchased this only a few days ago and I'm like in love with it. Most SPFs break me out immediately, where the next morning I wake up and I realize, oh great, I'm broken out. But I know how important it is to have an SPF into your routine, especially now that it's getting to be spring and summer. So I always try and find one that works for me. And so far, this one has not broken me out. It's very lightweight. It gives me enough moisture for my dry skin, but it still leaves a really nice matte finish, which I'm happy about. I think they feel like people that have dry skin, that their skin just needs like these heavy, heavy balms, when something really light still suffices as long as it has enough moisture in it. Moving on to nighttime. So because I typically do wear a little bit of makeup, whether it's just my eyebrows or mascara or a little bit of concealer, I always want to remove it with my oil cleanser. I've already talked about this in my last video. This is something that I don't believe I will ever get rid of. It's great at removing all your dirt, oil, makeup, anything that's built up on your skin throughout the day. Just take a small amount of this, you mix it between your hands, you rub it into your skin for about a minute, and then you rinse it off, and you can see it turns milky because it's emulsifying and it's just rinsing and lifting all of the crud that has built up on your face throughout the day. After that, I go in with the same toner. Once again, I do spray that liberally all over my face and I kind of let it sink into my skin for a little bit before I go in with my nighttime, which is the argan oil. So you don't have to get this brand. I typically just go onto Amazon and I put in organic cold pressed argan oil in a 4-ounce bottle because that's typically the biggest you can get them in. This lasts me at least about a half a year or so, so I don't have to repurchase too often. But if you go on Amazon, you can get bottles like these for like $10 to $15, so it's really cheap. I just use a few drops at nighttime just to moisturize my face. Sometimes if I'm feeling a little bit dry in the daytime, I will mix 1 pump of the Boscia with 1 drop of the argan oil if I'm feeling really, really dry that morning. But typically my argan oil is only for at nighttime. This is like a new step because I hadn't been really adamant about it, but I did get a new eye cream and it's the Nip Fab Skin Bee Sting Fix Eye. It seems to be working pretty well. I don't have any eye problems. This is more preventative care for me, but it is aimed at repairing the eye area, at helping with dark circles, helping with elasticity around the eyes, fine lines and wrinkles, and just making it look a lot more bright. So I wanted to find an eye cream like this that kind of tackled everything as opposed to one that just helps depuff, and then I had to find one that was anti-aging. This takes care of everything. Another thing that has changed is once a week I exfoliate. So I know in my last video I told you guys that I exfoliated every night using my Dark Angels by Lush. Shortly after that video, I was noticing that I was getting a lot more red and a lot more sensitive, and that I think my skin had just changed. So my routine that I had done about 6 months ago, which I will leave in the description box, was something I had been doing since I was 18 and I'm now 23. So I feel like my skin just has gotten a little bit more mature, and so exfoliating every night just became something I didn't need to do. My skin wasn't as oily, it's not breaking out as much as when I was a teenager, so it was something that was irritating my skin as opposed to helping it. Now I just exfoliate once a week, and sometimes I still do use the Lush Dark Angels, but most of the time I like to go in with something that's a mask and that just sits on the skin. That way I'm not physically rubbing my face and causing any irritation. I will either go in with the Ren Glycolactic Radiance Renewal Mask. Just one pump of this covers the entire face and a little bit down the neck area, and you let it sit for 10 minutes. And you will feel some warmth to the skin. You will feel a little bit of tingling. Typically, if I feel any of the tingling or the warmth, that goes away after about 2 to 3 minutes. I would say if you're feeling like excessive burning or it's still really itchy or anything like that, just to rinse it off, because it's probably not a product for you. Same thing, this is something I've mentioned, I feel like, in a lot of videos. This is also my staple, much like my oil cleanser. This is the Glam Glow Youth Mud Tingle Exfoliant Treatment. It's just something that I'm always going to have on my dresser because it never breaks me out. If I'm feeling really dull or have any breakouts, this dries them up right away and makes your skin just look really tight and fresh and really pretty. Then once a week I go in with a sheet mask. So I have quite a few here, and I'm not going to go over all of them, but some of them are moisturizing, some of them help brightening the skin, some of them are more for drawing out impurities because it's charcoal based. It really just depends on what my skin needs that week, that I'll go in with a specific sheet mask, and I do one of those a week. And then if I notice that my eye area is getting kind of puffy, let's say I went out with some friends last night, or I had drank too much and now I have a lot of puffiness in my face, I will go in with one of my eye sheet masks. I'm pretty sure they just call them eye strips, eye mask, but they're very much like sheet masks where it's just a one-time use. You peel them off and then you stick them just right under the eye area and you let them sit anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. It depends on the brand. And then you take them off and you just pat in whatever is left on the skin. And you're good to go. All right, that's it for me, guys. I definitely will be keeping you guys updated because now that it's the spring and summer, I probably still will be trying new products like I always do. But this is my latest and most comprehensive skincare routine that I do. These are all products that I use pretty much every day or at least once a week. If you have any questions about any of the products or how to use them, just leave a comment, and I will leave a list of all the products I use in the description box, as well as links to the products. Thanks again for watching. I will see you guys next week.